I was just distracting us because Rowan needed more time.
It was over like 5 minutes, I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty disappointing.
Hello, everybody else.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hello, one person on the internet who happened across this video by accident. How are you?
Please stay. Please.
Don't worry, we won't keep you away from your Japanese porn long.
In fact, if you stay around long enough, we'll direct you to appropriate Japanese porn.
You make the
Alternately,
assumption that anybody who watches this and therefore has an interest in D&D is interested in Japanese porn.
Scott, are
really
you
that big a
implying
leap,
that you're
Scott?
not interested in Japanese porn?
Is it really that big a leap?
I am implying that you are stereotyping something fierce.
Notice how he dodged the question, everyone.
Indeed. While Scott may not desire to be lumped in with said stereotype, I believe he has given us sufficient evidence that it is at least partially true.
Listening to this is hilarious.
Scott, I feel bad for you
You
some
can make any
days.
assumption you want.
And
Why?
we will.
Aha! I have the first 5 notes.
Yay.
What was that, Ed?
I said, Scott, some days I feel bad for you. Seems like we always
Why?
kind of jump right in at you.
Scott, you
Well,
already know.
it tends. You guys do tend to hit upon subjects that I'm not always comfortable with, but I grin and bear.
You're a pretty cool guy who's very innocent.
I don't think he's
And-
near as innocent as you people give him credit for.
I used to be that person. I know what it's like. I understand your discomfort and your desire to remain upon your canopy of safety.
Although I do remember the one night in Carrying Crown where we had this whole big topic of porn and started sharing porn amongst ourselves, and Scott was just sitting there, awkward. It was amusing.
So, Ed,
But one day, Scott, you will meet
Question.
somebody who will sit you down and force you to watch Yowie, and everything will change.
Ilby, hold up on that for a moment. Ed,
Scott,
is that intuition speaking, or is that some other evidence that you may have that supports the whole I may not be as innocent as I appear statement?
it's intuition.
I'm curious.
It's intuition. And based
Okay.
on a couple of side chats you and I have had in the past. But more so, intuition.
Okay.
Because you're very careful with what you
open
reveal
and
and what you
honest.
don't reveal.
Yes, I am. So keep that in mind as I say what I'm about to say. I do not have experience in that field. I'm not particularly interested at the moment in gaining experience in that field. Have I researched various forms of...
I didn't mean to snicker, just the way you said research.
Have I researched various forms of experimental subject matter? Yes, I will not deny that. You'd be very hard pressed to find any young man who hasn't.
I don't even think you have to
However-
specify young man, honestly. But that's another topic.
Fair enough. Young man, regardless. And Impy, thank you for holding that thought. Yes, I am familiar with what yaoi is. Yes, I have actually read a yaoi dojin before. No, it has not been particularly interesting to me. Now, that
I was commenting on my real life experiences where my friend sat me down and forced me to watch Yowie, and then all of a sudden I was like, you know what? very interesting college roommate. I learned a lot of things in college. Yaoi being the more mild of these subjects.
Well, now that that's out there, I'd say we focus back in on the important thing in front of us. Roll 20.
This is less a Pathfinder stream at this point, more a biopic, I think.
Why can't it be both?
Well, here's the thing. We have to reveal little tidbits about ourselves. We, as the players, are the characters for the people who are listening to this. So we need to be interested in order for them to maintain an interest in the game.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Which is why I don't make complaints when Impy talks about her unfortunate family life.
Oh my gosh, Scott, you don't even want to know. I called the cops this week.
Yeah, she did have to call the cops this week.
Why?
You're right, actually, and B, at the moment, I do not want to know. If you wish to discuss this later, I would have no problems with that.
Officer, someone's about to commit a
I
murder.
think we've done an excellent job of setting books today.
It's been too long and I need to kill this bitch. You have 5 minutes to get here.
Huh? What did I miss?
It wouldn't be a Rise of the Runelords episode with a little bit of this week in my life.
I am assuming
I think we
you called
got
the
away
police to
without
stop
that
her
last
from
week.
murdering her mother. This is the assumption I'm making.
If only.
I mean, somebody might have, but it wouldn't have been her.
They would not have made it in 5 minutes. Even if I gave them 5 minutes, they wouldn't have made it in time.
30 minutes or it's dead.
And your jail cell is free.
30 minutes or you just... Yeah, anyways, we're in a cornfield, killing things, and not allowing me to burn it to the ground.
We'll need to use this cornfield after, JD.
I didn't say it wasn't a valid reason for not allowing me to burn it down, alright? Just saying.
Alright, when we left last off, you had come to the rather chilling realization that this field of scarecrows is not, in fact, a trap for unwary adventurers, so much as a ghoul incubator.
They're not growing corn, they're growing ghouls.
Yep. You have happened across two would-be ghouls who are not quite done cooking and are currently in the process of gagging one of them, or at least the guards are.
You've done 2 not cooked ghouls?
Yes. This one that the guards are in front of, and this one over here that you identified as not a ghoul, but have yet to actually get...
Yeah. We ended
did anyone
session
say that's not a
before
ghoul
we could...
because I disconnected, so I don't...
Kenny noticed that he was moving, and not in a ghoulish way, but in a, oh god, I'm dying, please save me way.
Cross has been checking.
And Cross also checked, like, that he didn't detect undead here when this one started moving around. You guys
Has
can't see me
anyone
pointing at my
informed
screen.
the overzealous gnome?
I'm thinking that's
there
what
were
Kenny
two
is
ghouls
what
there.
did.
There were 2 ghouls there. Cross pointed at one that wasn't and said, "That's not a ghoul."
Well, there was 2 scarecrows there, and Cross pointed to the one that wasn't a
2
ghoul.
scarecrows. Yeah.
Alright, so...
Are we still in initiative?
Yes.
We just stopped at the top of the
Zabifi.
turn order since you had disconnected.
Just a reminder, myself and Joachim have psychosomatic surges implanted in them.
Yes.
Okay, so Cross has pointed this out as not a ghoul.
Correct.
And Kenny is walking that way.
That's
Yes.
why there was a check mark there. I remember doing that so we
Alright.
wouldn't forget.
Vivi's gonna yell, all right, Kenneth, I believe in you. I'm gonna go check out those other scarecrows over there. Wow. And she's gonna run towards this one. Are you a scarecrow? Or a person? Or a ghoul?
Is that your turn?
Yeah, because I had to run.
Okay. Okay, so when you run off that way, something happens. From out of the barn comes
An actual
3
ghoul.
ghouls
Undisguised ones.
come to investigate the strange screaming. Because it's a bit too early for the scarecrows to be screaming.
It's a bit too early for them to be done cooking. Why are they making noise? It's like a stovetop. It doesn't start screaming until it's boiling. So why they're not supposed to be boiling yet?
Who's fucking with our lobsters?
Lobster!
Let's check the range on a spell.
And they descend upon poor Kenny.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh, I suppose the no ghouls were going to come out of the barn.
You
I mean,
weren't.
you weren't, so no one's blaming you. We're just saying that's unfortunate.
That's just how it went. It's unfortunate, but that's how
Although,
it goes. And of course it's Kenny.
oh my god, they
We
can't get
killed
you
Kenny.
bastards!
We killed Kenny.
It's okay, I've got him covered. I'm within range to take out all three and not hurt Kenny.
Okay.
I had to check the range of a spell, and I'm good.
Cross.
I think detection has sort of worn its time.
I don't know, there's still 4 more.
Those are probably going to get hit in the face. Very, very soon.
Okay, there's 3 more.
Very exuberant. And we have a bunch that we know are ghouls that are about to savage someone we know.
I'm trolling. It's chill.
So I am trying to figure out what is the best out of all of these options I got for me.
Cross, I think I can get all 3 of them if you want to clean up. Or save your spells.
I'll move up. Let's say I'll move here. And then I'm going to delay until after JD.
Alright, speaking of...
If you move, you can't delay.
You'd have to hold a standard or just
You can prepare an action, yeah.
take your move after.
I'm going to standard to throw a...
Also, Cross, you look in that direction and you detect undead.
Oh, yeah. That's a thing.
Yeah.
A lot of undead aura over here.
Definitely a thing.
Definitely undead over there.
That is abso-fucking-lutely a thing.
Oh, and as a minor digression here, interesting you should bring up saving spells because I learned something hilarious at Phantasm.
Notes, I'm just going to say what I'm going to do. I entirely forgot where I fucking moved from, so I'm just going to actually delay, and I'm moving here anyway afterwards.
Cool.
But I'm still going to delay until after JD.
All right.
Just where my original square was.
I will tell you guys my funny anecdote later. JD.
Jid is going to notice that and dart over here. Let's see. I might have miscalculated my range. Let me double check. We are level 5, so that puts me at 35 feet. Good. Okay. Yeah.
You haven't technically leveled yet, by the way. So.
Huh? No, I know. You haven't given us XP. We are level 5.
Yeah.
I needed to know for range increment because it's 25 plus 5 per 2, so that I've got 35 right now.
For level 5?
Yes?
Yes.
No.
We've been level 5 for a while.
We've got 14,000 of 15,000 experience.
Oh, wait. Yeah, we are. I was thinking wrath.
So that's reflex 19 on the first. But yeah, I'm casting Burning Arc on this one here with the primary and then secondary arc. Or primary, secondary, last one. Tertiary, that's the word. So it is Evocation. It's also my specialized spell. So that's 8d6. Yeah, no,
Also, you're holding gunpowder.
Yeah, I know. So that's the first one.
Okay.
Reflex 19 for half. Reflex 19 for that one.
Okay.
And then Flame leaps to the one beside him. Slash roll 4d6. And he gets a reflex 17 for that. Didn't work.
Alright, let me just see the
He gets a reflex 17 for half of that. And then the last arc leaps up over Kenny's head, landing and bathing the final one into flame, and he gets a reflex 15. And it halves again. So that one's probably not dead, but these two.
Okay, first the 19. Nope.
He immolates.
Crispies. Second 17. Nope.
He immolates.
Crispies. 15. Nope.
But only damage. So JD runs forward, throws out his hand as a jet of flame surges forward, encompassing the three.
Jet, no.
Did I say jet?
Yeah, you said a jet of flame.
Okay, a jet of flame. Yeah, encompassing the three ghouls and oh my God! You're not going to kill Kenny.
No, we are not okay with this. Fuck off with your nonsense.
Followed by 4.
Teeny tiny damage.
So the flame erupts out of the first ghoul, basically turning it to ash and glassing the ground directly underneath it. Kenny is more or less cooking in his suit right now, his metal armor. But
At least he's
he'll
alive.
live. He's not comfy. He's pretty sweaty, but he'll live. It leaves to the second ghoul, who spends a couple of seconds flailing around, engulfed in flame before keeling over. And the flame leaps over Kenny. But this large arc you've got it on severely diminishes the effectiveness of such a thing, and it just amounts to a wash of heat current going over the ghoul.
Yeah, it dries him out some.
As air waves starts getting wavy around it for a couple of seconds, and it looks around a bit confused.
But I got a whole lot more confused. Come on, motherfucker.
It expected that to be way more impressive than it actually was, given what happened to both its buddies.
God, it's just fucking no pleasing some people.
Right?
I'm grateful.
Okay, Scarecrow turn. So, it's me.
No, I delayed until after.
Ah,
JD.
yes.
So his turn and initiative drops still directly after me, so it's him then Scarecrow. So he moves, and then hopefully he can finish off the one.
Magic missile.
Ah, beautiful. Oh, just enough.
Pages doing an excellent job.
Having very little blood, sweat, really any kind of juices that would denote a living creature. The ghoul crumples to powder, having been riddled with magic missiles that sail past a very spooked Kenny. Ah! Thanks.
JD's blowing off his finger like you would a gun. Cross is just being Cross. I don't know. What does Cross do?
Cross extends his hand, the magic missile is flying from it and crumbling the ghoul before immediately turning his eyes to the next target.
Yeah.
Not out of the woods yet.
No flare.
Alright, so
Cross is business time. He's been business time for like a day and a half now.
He's been in business time his entire fucking life.
So these scarecrows that you ran towards, each one of them begins to violently shake on their perches as you approach.
Oh shit, they're Harlem shaking.
Get out.
Like the angry
Why do
scarecrow
you
shake or
remind
the
me
help,
that
I'm a
it's-
human, don't kill me shake.
Because it makes people sad.
No, this is the angry, I'm hungry shake, and you can see teeth flashing around underneath those burlap sacks over their heads. And
Those are all ghouls.
these ghouls are now going to attempt to break their bonds. Let's see, their strength would be... That's the DC. How are they ever supposed to get out of these things? Like that, apparently.
Well, that's that then.
The one in front of you snaps free of its bindings pretty much instantly. The three behind it,
Oh. Maybe. Yep.
one on the end makes it. And it charges you.
I mean, I assume it's a standard action to break free, so it moves up to me.
Alright, moves up to you.
Oh, alright. Oh, yeah, they're ghouls, not zombies. Never mind.
You do have the power to go.
I've been doing it as a move action. Because it's twine.
I don't know. I just assumed it was like grapples. If the book says it's a move action, then it's a move action.
That's how I've been doing it, because it's twine.
Yeah.
Rawr.
It's Zamifi. She's gonna be fine. So
But
I don't
he
think it
still
matters
can't
too
charge
much.
because you can only do the short charge if you only get a standard action.
So that guy moves up, and the guy in front of you is gonna swing at you with his claws.
So you've got 4 level 1 spells left.
Can you imagine if Elion got turned into a ghoul?
That would be kind of
You
funny.
yourself badly.
Tally ho.
I guess.
He missed it.
Oh,
Fuck it.
He swings, and his arm flies off in the other direction. Wait, what?
He'd be like, that's not how you do it.
You stupid idiot.
Ileana.
Well, let me show you how to fight.
Alright. So is this one still trapped?
No, they
Or
both
did that
are
one
free.
break free?
It's the
Those-
two behind him
Yeah,
that are trapped.
those two are free. These two are all trapped.
Okay. Well, I unfortunately don't have many options because I'm dead. So we're gonna do a charge.
Stab it! Stab it in the fleshy bits.
That is the intention.
Stab it in the flaky, fleshy bits.
Well, I mean, fleshy is subjective, but still.
I actually want to check something real quick before I stab it.
Scott says as he looks up the stat block.
Well, is it a
What?
check or a charge? How are you paying?
Thank you for sighing along with me.
As the entire group sighs. It's just Jeff, no. Bad Jeff.
Got them all. I win.
Okay, yeah, so charge and stab.
let's-
So whatever I rolled plus 2. 15.
I mean, maybe.
You hit him.
Alright.
And no bonuses to damage. Yay!
Look-
I'm effective.
I mean, you did at
Tears
least 8
down at
points.
the sword sticking out of it. A bit of straw spills out of the shirt. And it just looks up at you.
Yep.
Don't you have other
Okay.
weapons by now?
Hmm?
I thought you had another weapon by now.
I do, but the sword cane is what's drawn right now. It's also the more accurate weapon.
Yeah, fair.
So,
That's
Kenny,
how it's nice to work.
newly freed from ghoul tending duties,
Newly freed from sudden death.
Welcome, Kenny.
runs over his way.
You're not gonna go free the civilian, Kenny?
Deal with the enemies first.
I
It
mean,
makes perfect sense.
yeah, I guess. No, that's fair.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Willoughby, similarly, rushes forward. 1, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whereas Joaquim takes a gag out of this poor fellow's mouth. And Cross and JD, you're close by, so you need perception checks.
Well, 3 or 28.
Cross, you would ordinarily be able to hear this, but a fly is whizzing about your head and has just landed in your ear.
Fucking hate farms.
Oh, that's always the worst.
JD.
Resisting the outer care or just swat at my ear.
You hear a conversation between Joachim and the Scarecrow Man, whose name you learn to be Horan Guffman. Knowledge local.
I will do so. Knowledge local plus 6. Maybe.
I don't know, you think you might have gotten some produce from the Guffman farm a couple of times? There's a lot of farms, and you go through a lot of food at the Rusty Dragon.
Sure.
Sort of whispers out to Joachim. You've got to get out of here. There are ghouls in that barn. You've got to get me out of here. I just want to go home. Where's my family?
Probably dead. What?
And that's their turn. Zamifi.
Yes.
It's your turn.
It's my turn.
It's your turn.
It's a ghoul.
It's a ghoul.
2 of them, to be precise.
1D. How much has this guy, he's been beat up on yet, or do I need to smack him real good? Smack him real good? So I can't see his
You could
state of condition bar because Willoughby is fat.
You could 5 foot flank to finish.
You can't 5 foot through 2 diagonal creatures.
I think you can.
Since when?
No.
Actually, no, wait, you couldn't anyway. There's a bush over there.
I'm pretty sure you can't.
So,
As far as I am aware, you can't.
is that a bush?
You can or can't?
You can, as far as I am aware.
Looks like a bush. I don't care, really.
Maybe I'm thinking 3 foot. I don't know. There's a bush there apparently, so.
I don't really care about the bush.
Bush is gone. Given what the size of this map was supposed to be, it's more likely it's just the top of a tree.
Probably. Almost certainly, actually. Yeah, there's a shady tree over there. I don't care.
Okay. Plus 10. Watch me miss anyways, because that's been my rolls literally all week.
You hit it handily.
Squish!
Your minimum was 4 more points than he had in hit points.
Yay, squish! Good squish.
You dealt nearly double his remaining hit points and damage. His head goes sailing off, clonks against Tenny's helmet as he rushes up.
Kenny.
Kenny, go help the person. I've got this.
Running back and forth across the field.
God damn it, Kenny.
Ghouls are dead. JD.
Joaquin, did he say how many ghouls were in the barn? Because I can go torch the whole thing.
Let's not do that yet.
No, he didn't.
He's saying as he double moves, and then
Torch the barn, you torch the trail.
and then his little buddy is going to scamper up the post and start nibbling on the twine. Because he's got a better chance of breaking it than JD does.
Make an attack roll with your ferret.
He doesn't do that very often.
Weasel.
He
Ferret,
is
weasel. They're all mustelids.
I thought it was a water.
Dax is a weasel because it's JD. JD. Come on.
What does Scrubs have to do with this?
No, it was inspired originally by Jack and Daxter.
Jack and Daxter, oh my god.
Wow! It took you guys far longer than I thought it would.
I was joking.
I still don't get it.
JD,
God,
Jack and Daxter. Jack, and the
It
weasel's
was
name
a
is
joke.
Daxter.
Yeah.
It was a joke.
Yeah, but I
Jack
didn't
and-
know that
It's a
Seriously,
video. It's an old
never
video
seen
game.
or played.
I actually saw all three of those games at Chumley's.
They're good games.
Yeah, I should pick them up.
Fucking awesome.
There.
Anyways.
Actually, one is weak, but 3 is fucking amazing.
Yeah, it is. Oh my god. Oh, my childhood. Anyways, Dax scampers up the pole and tries to nibble at the rope with a 9.
Well, it's an inanimate object, so I think it's got an AC of 5.
Good. He deals 1 point of damage. Because he deals a
That's
D3 minus 4, minimum 1.
The Scarecrow Man crumples.
What?
The Scarecrow Man falls forward directly onto you.
Ah!
Unless you'd like to make a reflex save to get out of the way of the man who's collapsing on you.
I would, because I'm gonna fall. And that's... I don't have strength. What is that?
Yeah,
Roll
but
it.
if you don't catch him, he's going to fall on his face and die.
I mean-
I've never taken falling damage from falling forward.
Falling forward
Right.
less than 5 feet. But
You're going to crush his nose into his brain because he's been sitting in the sun for a week roasting and has like
If he's been
no
sitting in the
nourishment
sun-
whatsoever, and you're going to murder the guy because you want to dodge.
That's not how that works.
that's really not how that works. And if JD thought that was how that works, he would let the guy fall on him. But JD doesn't think that's how that works.
So you heroically dodge out of the way of the basically crippled man as he falls forward and hits the dirt.
Thank you, Jeff, for pointing out how wrong it was to let the crippled man fall on his face.
No, I don't think it was wrong. Then I would be trapped under him and ghoul bait for anything that might still be left. Look, the number one rule of trying to save somebody in any, emergency situation is to not put yourself in undue risk. Because then there's 2 victims and not 1. Which makes everyone else's job harder.
This is a true.
He says, trying to teach me how to lifeguard.
No, I say trying to remind you that I'm a firefighter.
No.
I get that you're a firefighter, but if a person jumps out of a burning building, are you going to catch them, or are you going to...
No, because they're going to crush me. If they're not able to I mean, that's heartless, but if they can't use the ladder that we're in the process of putting up on the window and they jump 3 stories, I'm not going to try and catch them, because all that's going to do is break something in me, and then I'm useless.
What if their stove was about to explode and they couldn't wait for the ladder to be risen?
Then I'm going to let them hit the ground so that I can give them medical treatment instead of let them hit me and both of our necks get broken.
And then you can't help them, and then you're just fucked.
And then my buddies on the department are going to help me first because you help your brother before you help the stranger. It's a brotherhood. That's just how that generally works. So it's just a bad day for
Technically,
everybody.
You help whoever's more severely injured before you help somebody else.
Yeah, no, we don't practice
Got nothing to do
triage
with who's on
quite
staff
like
and-
that.
Arguments about triage procedure besides.
No. Yes, triage is a thing, but triage is always going to default to...
Arguments about triage procedure aside, he says, trying desperately to steer this back towards the game.
Cheap River Fire Department.
Regardless.
I mean, I hate to break it to you, but that's going to be any emergency service department ever.
Anyways, remember the law of anyways, Nick? Any friggin' ways.
The law that no one followed the last 3 sessions of various games I've tried to use it on.
Hey, I always stopped when you said anyways.
You're one of the few. But yes, anyways.
Cross, it's your turn.
Oh.
Anyways, Cross.
Cross shouts out towards JD, who sprints across the field. Not to burn the barn. Because you burn the barn, then you lose the trail, and then it's all bad. Likelihood any tracks are going to be inside the barn. Any clues are going to be inside. And let's see. 3 ghouls over there. We got 4 combatants. They can probably handle that. I'm going to double move over to here.
Okay. Any swift actions?
No. Nothing to do.
Alright then. Let's see if these scarecrows can break the twine. Nope. And nope. They're just swaying back and forth like angry trees.
No, angry trees are much scarier.
Fucking ants.
If it's a move action, technically they get to try twice around.
Technically, yeah.
One got really close and then lost his footing and is just sort of hanging from the stick.
Sucker.
I imagine the other one that just hasn't gotten close at all is just kind of like bobbing his head, snapping. Just like, come to me so I can bite you. Just come here.
Come on. Hey.
That's my headcanon now.
Ileana.
I need you.
I'll harm you.
5, 10, 15. Flank.
Technically 20, but okay.
Yeah, sorry. 2 higher than what's rolled. For 27.
Skadoosh.
Roll it.
God,
For 9 points.
nice.
Skadoosh.
I do okay-ish damage, but I do much better when, they're living targets.
You bury your sword to the hilt, nearly skewering Elgin on the other side.
That is the appropriate height for that.
You're pretty sure that if this thing was still using its tongues, they would both be skewered right now because he came in from side? But it's undead, so that really doesn't matter, and it's still moving.
Good thing you don't need those lungs here. Let me just shrink them down for the rest of your organs.
Kenny, having been admonished for running over and turned right around, starts panting heavily and starts jogging back the way he came. Joaquin stays with the ghoul victim.
To be.
No, I would say, given the circumstances, he is absolutely a victim of the ghouls. Zamifi.
That's me. Did Willoughby hit? What did Willoughby do?
All right, Willoughby. I forgot about Willoughby.
Willoughby's actions distinctly determine my actions.
I forgot about... Hang on. I gotta find the guard stat block again. Nope, there it is. Okay, so that is... Oh, and he misses.
Willoughby. Alright.
He stumbles on a wisp of dirt.
Guy's tied up, he can't provoke.
No, but the scarecrow you moved away from takes a swipe at you.
Yeah.
Misses because there's a sword through him and he can't follow you.
Yeah, but that means he's going to be full attacking me, or Willoughby. Probably me, because I stabbed it.
I believe in you, Ileana. Don't worry. You'll be okay. Maybe? I think? No, you're right. I should probably smash it.
No, I'll probably be okay. I've still got plenty of points.
+8.
I would still be conscious even if you hit with all 3 attacks and they did max damage.
As regards to these guys and their attacks of opportunity, ordinarily they'd be able to bite you, but it's a Mifi, so they can't actually reach you.
I'm East.
Expecting them to dodge, the other ones have tried to. You lead a target that can't move.
Wait, I do heat?
No, you lead a target that can't move. You swing where you thought it was going to be, only to realize it can't move there.
Well, I mean, they are technically this.
They are restrained, yes. So, let's see. What's restrained do for AC again?
That means you're helpless.
It
depends if they're grappled or helpless.
They are considered flat-footed. If they're helpless, they're considered flat-footed, and then they take an additional -5 penalty to AC.
Okay, then you hit all day. I wouldn't say they're helpless, but yeah, you'd hit all day. And, its rib cage collapses in on itself.
They're at the very least grappled.
Which is another -2 to AC.
And it just sort of hangs limply on the stick. Now, a proper scarecrow, if not a little smellier than the norm. Ghouls have no place on this list. JD.
JD's gonna look down, start to bend over to help the guy up, realize his arms are made of, paper mache, Kenny, you got him? Take him over to Joe? Yeah? Okay, thanks. Thanks, buddy. Um, and, well, there's just 3, so probably. Fine, we won't burn the barn, but we can go check these others. 30. And,
You follow the check mark down the road.
yeah, I realized that was coming with me. Do I want to get that close? No, I'll double move, but
All right. Cross.
Let's see how to tell which one of these.
I just realized, didn't you prep Disrupt Undead today?
Yes, I did. That would be a decent way.
I don't think you've used it yet.
I haven't. It's got a range of 25 plus 5 for every 2 levels. So it has a range of 35 feet. Which means we can't actually get to it. And pop it, unfortunately. I cannot get close enough to disrupt undead.
Can you get close enough to detect undead?
I can, but that's a first level spell. I'd much rather disrupt.
All right then.
yeah, it's easy to just disrupt undead and things. If it doesn't affect them, well, they're not dead yet.
I can fucking point at it until it goes.
Oh, yeah.
So
Accidentally pressed the thing.
I'm just gonna double move up with. Maybe I can get up close enough to fucking check this one. Nope. Just short.
I was kind of hoping you'd stick with me and just check one at a time, just in case we aggro bunches of them because we're squishy.
Just gonna double move up here.
Okay. So the scarecrow you come across up the road in front of you starts to shake and sway, only to stop as the wind dies down.
Yeah, that one's clean. Probably.
I mean, if you've got a resourceless cast.
And the scarecrow next to Zamifi.
What about the one next to me?
He'll get to you. Breaks free.
Okay.
Finally, it gets free. Set to avenge its roommate. And tries to bite you.
Just kind of
Nibbles
slobbers on your shoulder.
It nibbles on your armor. Chips a tooth. Is going to have to go see the dentist later. And the one next to
Ileana.
And will obey. Jeff?
Jeff? Hello?
Am I back? Hello?
Ah, Jeff.
What the hell? The Skype's mute triggered. It wouldn't untrigger.
That's weird.
Triggered.
Okay, so the one next to Ileana and Willoughby doesn't much care for Ileana because it's skewered him. So he's gonna light up the sword towards you and I'll attack you.
Miss.
Claw.
Meets.
Claw.
So that's a hit. And that was a miss.
So one hit is what I'm hearing.
Yep.
Alright. Thankfully.
I am going to proc psychosomatic surge on this.
Alright.
Thankfully, you elf blooded
And immune to
creature.
paralysis.
Well, you're half an elf anyway.
Yes.
The left half, I presume.
Why not the right half?
Regardless.
No. Elves never consider a half elf to be the right half. Always the wrong half. It kind of dicks
So
that.
how much damage?
6 points of damage.
2 points of damage.
You take 2. And who else is about? There are no more scarecrows next to you guys at the moment. So,
So I'm going to continue my little dance around this particular goal. Back into a plunging position, 2 higher than the roll, for a 16 total.
you drag the poor hapless ghoul around by your impaled sword. Effectively bisecting it as your sword completes a circle.
Yay!
Is that your turn?
Five-foot attack. She's theoretically got a move that's not actually a move, but
Willoughby.
But nothing to pull out at the moment.
Charges that ghoul on the stick. Oh wait, no, it's not.
Or will it be if you missed or fired?
Oh wait, it's not on the stick anymore. I forgot. Anyway, charges the ghoul. Ah!
You're fired, Willoughby.
The ghoul ducks under. You don't actually have that ability.
thankfully.
He
I'm going to
technically
recommend
outranks
you
you,
resign.
being a non-temporary deputy.
I recommend that you resign from your post and get somebody who can actually spank a ghoul.
Everybody has bad days.
He also can't seem to roll above a 10, but he is providing a flank, so there's that.
Here is that.
Kenny. Hi. And Zamifi. You hit the ghoul.
For minimum.
You injure the ghoul's hip mightily. If he gets out of this, he's walking with a cane.
As if he's going to get out of this.
That's a huge
Sorry,
if.
but if everything works out, then he will not be walking with a cane. He will be dying with a cane through his gut.
Sword cane stabbing.
Sword! Cane. Jedi.
Delays for cross.
Better safe than sorry. And disrupt undead.
Roll it.
Just the range touch attack. My range touch attack is at a +4.
Roll your damage. Well, congratulations. That scarecrow won't hurt anyone anymore.
Oh, cool. So that's just an ordinary scarecrow.
Nothing. And on to the next one. I'll move, let's say, here. Put you in perfect position to disrupt undead next turn.
In that case, JD will move. Okay, and preps an action to preps an action to magic missile if that scarecrow makes aggressive actions towards me or Cross.
All right. The scarecrow next to you reaches out for you. No.
Well, thanks a lot, Cross. You said it was safe. I trusted you.
It is. I don't care what the universe says.
Let's see what this says. Let's see. Oh yeah, this guy's still alive. Well, that scarecrow. Well, alive being subjective. That scarecrow, does not much care for Zamifi right now. Sees Willoughby as not really much of a threat at all.
Poor Willoughby.
And full attacks Zamifi.
That meets. Congratulations, Scarfro.
So it bit you, and now it's gonna claw at you. Ah. Well, it deals 2 points of damage on the bite anyway.
Okay.
And roll a fortitude.
Is this versus a disease or is this paralysis?
Disease and paralysis.
So does she
Not
have
the disease one then?
Yeah.
Paralysis.
So that'd be a will or fortitude.
Fortitude.
Alright.
If it's will, it's too low, or I probably still pass.
Well, you're not paralyzed. Let's see those claws. Miss.
Wang. Ooh,
Hit.
figure just last fuckers get lucky. Oh god.
7 points of damage and make another save.
Another save.
Yep.
Did we figure out what variety?
Paralysis. This is the fortitude. Let's say fortitude.
Oh no!
It is
Oh
fortitude.
no.
I not tooed.
Oh, well now. That
I'm just gonna
means
sit here for a while.
you're paralyzed for 5 rounds.
Oh god.
It's all
Huh.
good.
Okay.
No, no.
It's okay, there's only one of them left over there.
All right, you guys prefer her when she's not running around, so it's all
You
good.
can do it, Ileana.
Ileana, bring it home.
Charge.
Charge!
So
This one
too
looks
high.
prowessy.
15.
You hit.
Does she? Do you flank? Oh no, charge, not flank. Never mind.
Charge. Yep. For 4 points.
You stab it between the eyes. Well, it comes out between the eyes anyway, because you're behind it, technically. Your sword being the only thing that holding it aloft, as soon as you pull it out, it crumples. Some parts of it literally.
Oh.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Joaquin. No, Willoughby. That's who this one is. Picks up Zamifi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Starts carrying you back this way, so you can be closer to things when you come to. Yeah, I'm a bit hungry too.
Not what she was saying.
That's what he thought you were saying.
That makes it in character, which is amusing. What about Joe and Kenny? Please tell me Kenny
Joaquin
doesn't
and
have a
Kenny
heart
are
attack.
attending to their respective victims.
It's dangerous to be by yourself in the cornfield of death.
Zamifi.
4 rounds.
Zillion.
Well, you're not wrong.
Does Elion do anything?
Elion sits on your head.
Thanks, Elion.
Well, what's he gonna do?
I don't know. We could go peck things or.
Go hang out with Dax or something. Be the cool familiars club.
Elion, let's see.
I can't actually tell him to do anything because, you know.
Yeah, Elion, staying put. Cross.
Disrupt to the north.
You hit. You see that shot start burning into the scarecrow.
There's our answer for that one. Light them up.
JD,
It's my turn.
light him up.
Starts dual wielding finger pistols and lets off 3 magic
Oh.
missiles.
Good, you're Jim Dark Magic now. You expertly.
So shouldn't that be 13?
Huh? Oh,
Shouldn't that be plus 3?
yep, it should be.
You expertly shoot the immobile scarecrow that had only just been woken up by burning! Burning
With the
out!
projectiles that can't miss.
Very impressive, JD.
It looked cool. It doesn't have to mean anything. Shut the fuck up, guys. Jeez. I've killed more than all of you!
What's that? What's...
Or broken more, but still. Shut up, Cross. You're just old, jealous.
Ileana.
Yeah, I'm not taking a move action. This is a pretty good setup.
We gotta get close to the next one.
The magic tank.
I'm gonna let you move forward, detect. I'll move forward right behind you and fire. Like he said,
Can't
magic
you hold
tank.
a move action?
No, you can't actually hold a move
Can't you,
action. I don't
can't you
think.
prepare a move action?
You know the hilarious part about this?
No, because preparing is a standard action.
The hilarious part about this is, given the range of Detect Undead, is that you were just outside his frame of reference. He had no idea you were there.
You have to get within 30 feet, and I have 35.
It's much like the bag heads in Django Unchained. He can't see shit through those things.
Can't see shit through these things. Nah, I think we'll
Double
all
moving.
agree that the bags was a nice idea. Perhaps lacked a little in the execution. It's the funniest scene in the whole fucking movie.
That's your turn? Okay. Will it be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And these guys are going to carefully move their respective victims closer together so that one person can look after them. Samifi! Yeah, I imagine that's gonna be rough. Willoughby's just having an entirely different conversation.
Only once in a blue moon does the responses measure up.
Sigh. Anyways.
Cross.
We go. Disrupt Undead.
You crit.
I don't think that does anything for damage at all.
You actually do crit. When you have to roll an attack roll,
Roll to confirm, actually.
it deals double damage.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, son.
That's... Oh, shit!
Oh!
Are you doing stacking criticals, Jeff?
Do I roll again?
Roll again.
It's called exploding crit.
Exploding crits, sorry.
Well,
It's
you
double crit.
A 9 might confirm.
crit.
Does a 9
what's
confirm against its touch AC?
What's their flat-footed? Nope, doesn't confirm.
Aw.
What's their grapple? You
Tied
mean?
up?
I mean, they're tied up.
Well, their
Mm,
grapple just means they're flat-footed, and it was already flat-footed.
Don't they take a -2 additional though?
No, when you're pinned, you take a -4 additional. So it depends on if they're considered pinned or not.
they are not.
Yeah,
It's fucking crit.
if he's just saying grappled, then they are denied they're not denied their dex bonus. You can't sneak attack a grappled opponent, but they are considered
I wouldn't go so far as to say they're pinned. I mean, after all, they're twine.
flat-footed. It's kind of confusing.
Yeah, that they have to roll a 15 to break out of. It's a pretty intense check.
Well, pinned is just like how much mobility do you have over your limbs? If you're grappled, like someone has you around the waist or around the torso, if you're pinned, then you're fucking pinned. You can't move. So if you can move your arms and legs, you're not pinned. If you can't, you're pinned. That's how I've always got it.
Anyway, roll your damage.
I mean, you still crit, so that's still 2d6. Or double, depending on... Wow. Depending on... Jeff, are we rolling damage dice twice, or are we just multiplying?
Roll another damage die.
Because I'm not sure if that had actually been
So
said yet or not.
6.
Okay, so this guy, has a smoking hole in his chest and is currently screaming.
We got a live one.
No, you don't. JD.
I mean, you
live than the strong motherfucker we just walked past.
JD from where he is, wow, Cross, nice shot! As he follows up with a trifecta of his own. Because I'm still within range, and that was not good damage. But thankfully,
you bring him to -1.
Thankfully, Cross rolled better damage than me. As I walk up to behind him.
We're moving next turn.
Alright, so this guy, seeing his buddy get smoked.
Almost literally.
He noticed that one, did he?
Well, he's right there in front of him.
There was also a scream, apparently.
That's true.
The other one didn't have time to scream.
Fucking intelligent girls. God damn it.
Starts ineffectually shaking against the twine.
The good news is, this is the last potential ghoul that's not inside of a building.
Yes, it is.
Well, not potential, because it is a ghoul, but still.
It's probably cool. I'm pretty sure. Dodge to donuts.
Ileana.
No point in wasting more of my first level spells.
Gonna keep following. Heading towards the buildings. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 55, 60.
Alright. A respective
I'm actually get within range.
victims are brought together. Joaquim instructs Kenny to keep watch over them. Continues on.
Kenny finally gets to take a break. Oh, I hope they don't turn while we're doing other things and he gets eaten.
Willoughby keeps on keeping on. Come on, work with me. Why won't it? Oh, it's because you keep changing that thing. I need you to stop changing that thing. It keeps resetting this.
Haha, so I see the way to prevent Kenny Willoughby from carrying me is by emphasizing the fact that my paralysis is ticking down a turn if you hurry it up.
He's taking you to where the fighting is, so you'll be able to be there.
It'll be over by the time you get there. You're so slow.
He's double moving.
She mumble screams, but it's unintelligible.
So while you're furiously mumbling away, Willoughby's response is, "Now that's not fair. I think she's a nice enough person." Just need to get to know her.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You may never know. Anthony.
Disrupt.
Roll it. Okay, that guy. His forehead is burning slightly. He's trying to shake off the positive energy like a fly landed on his head.
Close it out, kid.
Yeah, I've only actually got 3 first circle casts, so can we just throw acid at it for a little bit? It doesn't seem to be going anywhere.
For now.
For now, but they're coming, and again, I've only got 3 first circles left, so...
Roll your acid splash.
No. What is my ranged attack? +5. Not 30, 20. +5 to touch.
You hit it. His shoulder is starting to sizzle away.
Fuck this guy, alright.
We're just kind of lazily throwing magic at it. I mean, the way I figure, if everything goes perfect on its turn, it can get to us, but it can't actually attack us. And then we 5-foot step back and blast it.
Yep.
Okay, so I jinxed us, but we 5-foot step back and blast it.
You know, given that roll, I'm kind of tempted to say you burnt away the twine for him.
Oh, that would just be mean, because I didn't that one.
Yeah, okay.
Fucking Superman. That's famous last words.
Well, look, he can't swing yet. JD kind of inching back, eager to back away, but it's not his turn.
Yana, I accidentally scrolled past you. You missed your turn. Okay. No, go.
Five, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40, 50, 55, 60. Done.
The guards. Yeah. Ah! Come on. Yeah. Okay.
Told you it's gonna be over by the time I get to do anything.
Joaquin sprints after you guys. Samifi. Nick, are you listening to the piano music from Psycho?
It's
What
just
was it called?
random piano music. I started with a Haunting Melodies playlist and just let it go from there.
Samifi, one more turn. Cross.
Cross is going to 5-foot step. Shout, "Get back, JD, I've got this one." And then I'm going to prepare an action to cast Burn Hands as soon as JD is out of the threat range.
JD.
Man, we've probably got this as he 5 foot and is getting ready to throw acid splash at it, but he procs Anthony's prepared action first.
Okay, what's the DC on this?
The DC on this little motherfucker is a DC 16.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Bitch.
This one guy!
Little shit
There's a
takes 6
flaming
damage.
scarecrow who is very upset with you, Mr. Cross. He is cross with
damn it.
you.
Oh, god damn it.
You hit.
But I hit. So, let's hope. Well, that's unfortunate.
Taking a ghoul to the face.
I
You
think that's
fire
enough
off.
not zero.
You fire off at its fire-weakened throat, and as it steps towards Cross, that's enough to jostle the head free as it rolls across the field.
See, I told you had this! JD clearly looks relieved.
Too close.
And I do believe that is the last of the scarecrows.
Cross slowly turns towards the barn.
End of initiative.
Cool.
Whew. So who's ready to take a 30-second breather and then go investigate a barn?
Let's check the farmhouse first.
Well, we know ghouls came out of the barn. Shouldn't we clear it to make sure there's no more in there?
I'd rather be ambushed by something we know is there than ambushed by something we don't.
Yeah, but we don't know it's there.
We know ghouls are in the barn. We don't know what's in the farmhouse yet.
But we know ghouls were in the barn.
Here's what we do then. Willoughby, Joachim, you watch the barn doors, make sure nothing else leaves, while we check out the farmhouse. If anything comes out, you yell, we come running. If anything shows up in the farmhouse, we yell, you come running.
Alright.
And no matter what, you do not engage. Not
There you
until
go.
we're there.
Alone.
He passes you a freshly deparalyzed Zamifi. Oh, never mind.
Put me down!
There you go.
Let go of me!
Puts you down.
You okay?
I'm fine, swats at Willoughby.
Did she just call me Joachim?
Don't worry, Joe! We'll make sure nothing gets you!
Alright, let's not waste time.
Alright.
I'm going to take a moment to imbue myself with another psychosomatic surge.
Are you heading towards the farmhouse?
Which one
Yes.
of these is the farmhouse?
The bigger...
Also, going to take a moment to ask JD and Cross how they're doing for juice.
I've got 4 spells of the second circle left and 3 of the first.
Right? JD?
Huh. I actually have the exact same left in my arsenal. 3 of the first circle
Alright.
and 4 of the second.
I'm also going to...
Here's my plan. Soonest opportunity, I will cast Command Undead on what appears to be the strongest one there. Best case scenario, that's one less we have to worry about. If nothing else, I can get something to stop moving while we take out the others.
I mean, if you can command them and get them to group up, then
It's a lot easier to command on a non-intelligent undead. Ghouls are too smart for it to work automatically.
well, just you move the one you're commanding into
I
a
have to
group.
say, they don't seem very smart to me. They tied themselves to poles.
If something seems dangerous...
Zamifi, they didn't tie themselves. They were people who were tied up and left to turn.
They don't look like people to me.
They're not anymore.
Not anymore.
That's because they died and came back as monsters. Because an even worse monster did this to them.
This is what happens after the ghoul fever works its way through your system.
Which is why we have to get the other two to the priest, sooner rather than later. Maybe they can be saved.
Well, stop yelling at me and get to work. I don't know where we're going.
I gotta move to one of the ones that were tied up.
They're across the field.
Oh, god damn it. Well, never mind.
So, are you heading towards the house?
Yeah, so towards the farmhouse.
Yes, I'm also going to sacrifice the Mesmer's trick on Joachim and replace it with a Compel Alacrity on JD.
Cool, what's that do?
That's the one that allows you to move if you start your turn next to an opponent without
Woo!
removing arrows.
Yay!
Alright, so as you start walking up the path to the house, the door is kicked open.
I didn't call that one.
And a different looking ghoul, rather.
Something you should roll knowledge religion at.
A very...
Yeah, I know what a ghast is.
Yeah. It's got a stench to it.
That's a ghast.
Oh, that's the one we
Awesome,
rolled.
Says.
Yeah.
Wait, did we do these already? He doesn't have a clue.
We rolled
That's a ghast.
at the lumber mill. I would presume seeing it would grant us another roll, but I don't know. But I can't roll, and to me, if he didn't
Jeff,
roll
you said
good.
I recognize the smell.
Well, it's got the stench of death and corruption that a ghast would have.
Let's make sure.
You recognize the smell in that it smells like death.
How about the 27 knowledge religion?
You know that, you know pretty much everything you know about ghouls, except one thing. These creatures are considerably smarter than their kin.
But I do confirm that it is in fact a ghast.
Yeah.
But is it the one that we were chasing?
Zamifi, that's the one that strung him up. Kill it.
Say it again, but in English.
Roll initiative, I assume?
Roll initiative.
God damn it.
Man, I had a good initiative too.
And now you have a good initiative again.
Yeah.
I don't think mine
Yeah.
changed much.
Oh, mine is 2 higher. And JD, yours is 2 higher because
Oh, yeah.
I'm restricting you.
17. Cool. That means I rolled 17, guys. I can't remember if I... No, I didn't mage armor myself, that's right. So, -4 drops that down to a 13. Yeah. My initiative, my AC is 17 whenever I'm mage armor.
All right, so Zamifi,
Oh,
there's a gas that just came out of that house.
So is it like in this square? Because that's out of the house, or is he in this square, or am I allowed to be in these squares that have house in them?
There he is.
Okay. Clarification is important.
And actually,
How many of us need to make fortitude saves? Don't remember the AoE.
just you and Zamifi, actually.
Is it disease?
No.
Nope.
Is it fear?
Nope. Well, you make it.
Oh. Odds are I don't.
No, you don't.
That's it.
And you are sickened for
Just a second, okay.
9 minutes.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, that's perfectly acceptable. It's not nauseated, and it's not a fear effect.
I mean, yeah, it's not
I'd
nauseated.
quite literally be out of this combat.
Yeah, no, it's not nauseated because that would also take you out of the combat, but still, 9 minutes.
I can live with that.
Can I tell that she's sickened?
I don't know,
certainly
can
not
you?
feeling so well right now.
You know what? She's looking pretty rough. I feel like I should lay on hands regardless. Like, she's at half health. She should probably be healed a little.
Okay.
I can see
Yeah.
everyone
Bye-bye,
else's
Sickened.
effects, not Zamifi's.
Yeah, I can't see Zamifi's. I can see everyone else's.
Zamifi's is, you should
Now
be
that-
able to see Zamifi's.
Someone mentions it.
So you heal for 9 and also no longer seeking.
Huh, that's weird.
There it is.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then I'm gonna step forward and look super menacing with my hammer. Because it's standard action healer.
Okay, you look scurry.
Scurry, gnome, scurry.
You're scurry. And JD, what's your turn gonna be?
Twofold. JD says, "Nah, I don't want to be near that. I'm gonna walk over here because it can't go straight to me. Because there's a paladin and a not paladin in the way."
There's a paladin and an Ileana in the way.
And then JD's gonna mumble a few words, snap his fingers, and the gas catches on fire. Spontaneous immolation.
Okay, do I have to make some kind of roll for that?
You have to make a fortitude save to not catch on fire.
Fortitude.
It is a reflex, not a reflex, a fortitude 19. To not, actively be on fire.
Fortitude.
Does this affect inanimate objects?
Target one creature. Duration instantaneous.
Nope.
You point your finger at a creature, causing it to spontaneously burst into flames. Takes 3d6,
So
catches
this-
on fire.
Fails its thing.
That's interesting.
It doesn't say anything about inanimate objects, specifically.
That's interesting.
So
but
it fails
each-
its thing.
And each round on the start of my turn, so that's its initial damage. and because he failed, he takes full damage, and he's also actively on fire. At the start of my turn, he gets a free reflex save at the same DC to put the fires out, otherwise he will take an additional d6. Not that it matters, I don't think he's going to get to go again. Never mind.
You mean you don't think you're going to get to go again?
Yes, actually, because it's his turn. But
Actually,
I
after
expected that to be a little tougher than it is.
funny you should mention that because after that, 3 ghouls rush out the open barn door at the guards.
Procking potential AOs, maybe, hopefully? Oh, no, never mind. Darn. Oh, that's okay. I've got a spell for those as well.
They're each going to try to bite a guard. The one on Willoughby.
Wait. Did he provoke?
No.
He had to come out of the barn and walk past me to get to Willoughby? No?
Presumably they all came into that square and then went to their perspective.
Yeah.
Man.
It's okay, you're in, like, the perfect spot. You can 5 foot and just wreck shit. Or stay where you are and wreck shit.
So, one hits Willoughby. One does not hit Joachim. The second one hits Joachim.
Oh, no.
Alright, so...
With bitey bites or clawy claws?
With bitey bites.
Oh, no.
So that's 2 points of damage on Willoughby, and 2 points of damage. Oh, fuck you!
Here's the annoying part.
Yeah, now here's the bad part.
Okay, they now have
Alright,
to
they're
make
warriors.
some fortitude saves.
I mean, yeah, they're warriors, so fortitude's a good save, but still, oh,
They
no.
have decent fortitude.
Joaquin paralysis. Makes it. Or no, wait, that's the ghoul fever that goes first. Paralysis first?
It doesn't matter, you can decide which one rolls first.
Yeah. Paralysis, he's not paralyzed. He's not fevered. Joaquin. He's not paralyzed. Fever. He's not fevered.
Oh,
Ooh,
Cool.
fucking A.
now, in character, we have no way of knowing that. We'd still have to get them checked, but that's not too difficult, I don't believe.
The ghast is on fire. Ow. Ah.
You guys might actually be able to just ignore the gash, and it'll die.
And it's gonna make that reflex save.
No, that's the start of my turn.
Ah, okay.
The damage and the reflex save ticks at the start of my turn.
Well, in that case, he's gonna try to take somebody with him. And surmises that Ileana's probably the less heavily fortified of the both of you, and is therefore probably not as tough.
I hate
Just gonna
intelligent
attack you.
enemies.
It's full attacking. Bite.
Bring it.
No!
Claw. Miss.
Easy
Probably
dodge.
not.
Claw.
Also an easy dodge.
Yay!
And a deflection from the shield.
He's waving around on fire, quite thoroughly distracted.
Cross.
1 magic missile, 2 magic missiles.
Okay.
On the ghast. Wait, sorry, that's +1. So that's fucking 2.
Well,
So it gets
Yes.
2 hit points back.
Yay!
Doesn't matter.
0. It's still dead.
The ghast crumples.
Now on that one. Fuck you. Out of this shit.
Ileana.
Alright. Well, luckily, the gas just went down, so I am now in the perfect position to do this. And hopefully run through another ghoul. +2. For a 22.
You hit.
For 5. Probably not a kill.
Nope, it is not. Close,
But I
though.
am helping.
Yes.
I'm helping.
Well, Willoughby might be able to finish it off, and then Zamifi can take the full health one in the center and just wreck its shit.
You have so much faith in me. It's adorable.
You can do it, Willy Billy.
Willy Billy.
Like, your minimum damage just about kills these things.
Willy Billy hits.
Hey! Willoughby finally contributes as more than just a flanker.
All right, so with the ghoul pinned by the sword in its chest, Willoughby is able to hack its head clean off its shoulders.
Cha.
Ka-choy. And Joachim, now well flanked, will follow suit on that other ghoul that is between him and Ileana.
Alright.
Ka-char. For less damage. And that is their turn, and I did not mean to close the roller.
Zamifi!
Zamifi.
One smack.
Oh no, we lost roll. Never mind.
Alright, I'm gonna provoke some attacks with opportunity and move down here. There's
Hey.
two.
They
Okay.
try to swing at you with their claws.
Oh god! Oh, whew!
Doesn't confirm.
Just a hit.
I'm gonna need you to make a paralysis roll. You are not paralyzed. You merely take 7 points of damage.
Oof.
Roll 3d6 for a swift action.
Oof.
You heal 5 points of damage of your 7.
And then attempt to goal smash. Yes, Yes, because I already used a swift action this turn, so I can't use an immediate. Okie dokie. Well, no, I can use an immediate, but I won't be able to use it.
No, you can't use an immediate.
Yes, I can. I won't be able to use a swift action next turn if I use an immediate. That's how that works. I think.
Swift and immediate actions are the exact same thing.
I know, but immediate actions happen on not your turn, where swift actions happen on your turn.
But if you use
an
if you use a swift, you can't use an immediate, and vice versa.
Using an immediate action on your turn is the same as using a swift action. It counts as your swift action for that turn. You cannot use another immediate or swift action until after your next turn if you have already used an immediate action when it is not currently your turn.
But it doesn't say you can't use an immediate action if you use a swift action.
But you infer it because it says you can't use both.
No, because if you use an immediate action out on not your turn,
I believe rules is written. You use an immediate action on your next turn. You do not get a swift action.
Which means if
That's
you
what I thought
use, and the way I've read that to mean is that if you use your swift, that means you've already used your immediate.
That's how I run it, but rules is written. That's not what the rules say.
Well, that's how I've always read it as written.
That's how it sounds like to me.
But it's ultimately DM's call, I suppose. It is one of those oddly worded things that could be taken either way, depending on the reader. That's just how I've always read it. Like, I'm not trying to argue with anyone.
it as if you use it, you don't get a swift action the next turn, but your bearings of that turn have no effect on it.
If using it denies your use of a swift action, it should stand to reason the reverse is true.
But it denies the use of a swift action on your next turn.
Does it say that specifically on the next turn?
And that turn. It's if you use it out of turn, it denies it for your next turn. If you use an immediate action on your turn, that counts as your swift action. So swift action is an immediate, or an immediate action is a swift action when it is your turn.
Right. No, but we're not questioning on whether I'm using an immediate action right now. We're questioning whether or not I can use an immediate action and not have my swift action next turn when it's not my turn.
And we're sounding like under the current circumstances, no.
Okay, so you're using an immediate action on this turn. Then
no.
I'm
using lay on hands this turn. That's a swift action.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And then
now,
before your next turn,
let's assume I have another way on not my actual turn to respond with an immediate action. Are you saying that I denied that immediate action because I lay on hands, or is that immediate action available and then I don't get a swift action next turn?
It should be available, and then you don't get a swift action next turn.
Because what JD is arguing is I don't get the immediate action at all.
That's not it at all.
Again, that's how I run it in my games. That is not what the rules is written says.
That's not what I was going for at all.
That's how Scott runs it. It's also how it reads to me, is what I was saying.
Anyway, let's just continue.
If it reads differently to other people, it reads differently to other people.
Anyways. So yes, Zenithia will have her immediate action.
Okay, so that debates, do I attack or do I cast a spell?
I'm reminded of Ryan Reynolds right now. Go cast a spell.
Because we're going to go back to town, probably talk for 3 weeks of role play time and all this stuff. There's only 2 left. But there's a lot of people here. I don't want to get hurt. I'm gonna cast a spell.
Which spell are you casting?
Compel hostility. When
Is
a
that mind
creature,
affecting?
That's
When
a
I-
mind. That's a mind affecting effect, right?
it doesn't. Yeah, but they
It's
have
not going to affect
brains.
undead. It's not going to affect undead.
That's why
That's
Leon
how
has been.
that should work. They have brains.
All undead are immune to mind affecting effects unless the spell specifically says it can target undead.
Okay, whatever. Then we'll just smack with a hammer.
You schmuck.
You
I want
smash
to do
it with
something
a hammer.
fun. It's just okay, whatever. They have brains, but they don't have brains. I don't understand anymore. I'm just gonna lay in a hole and die.
I mean,
No, it's
vampires
gonna lay in a
don't
hole
have
and die.
affecting effects. They have brains.
JD, are you gonna even bother with that ghoul? Because at this point it's effed.
I mean, it's effed, but it gets a turn. And I don't have disrupt undead, so I'll try and throw magic at it. I'll take the -4, but I really don't want to face the
What have we done with this?
first level stuff. But fucking fine, I'll
Oh, that's fair, honestly.
throw a first level spell at it and hope we don't run into anything else today. So I magic missile it.
Had you rolled one more, it would be dead now.
Had I used my normal, regents, but I didn't. I didn't bother because I thought it was weaker than it was. QQ. Oh well.
Alright, so the ghoul has its pick of targets now. It's surrounded on all sides. Great, they can't get away from me now. I can fire in any direction. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how we'll decide where each of its attacks goes. The bite will go to Ileana. The claw will go to Willoughby. The other claw will go to Willoughby again. Okay. Bite versus Ileana.
Nope.
As he drops his jaw.
Chew on force effect.
It drops its jaw.
The lower jaw
That was-
pops right off.
That was jaw dropping.
Ha!
And against Willoughby.
As he throws his arm off.
It hits with its one remaining arm. Or wait, does it? What's these guys' AC? It does hit with its one remaining arm. 2 points of damage. No, wait, 3 points of damage.
I didn't dismiss it, so that ghast sits there and smolders. I almost forgot.
Yeah. And let's make a fortitude save.
I mean, at least it didn't hit anybody with his bite, so the worst that can happen is paralysis. Which doesn't matter.
Not even that.
Fuck that one. Ghoul. Poor guy.
Gassed. Crackle, 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 crackle. Tony,
I'm just gonna put this fucking thing out of our misery. Disrupt undead.
you hit it.
Nice.
The one time you don't roll 1 is the one time all you needed is 1.
That's fine. This way I can explode its head.
Its head explodes with positive energy. Everyone's got soot on them.
I'm all the way over here, hiding behind Cross. Yay!
The wind catches the soot and throws it back at you.
Oh, well, that figures.
Well, There's the barn and the farmhouse, it looks like.
I certainly hope so. Running low.
How about we just clear them one at a time as a group, just to make sure.
Yeah.
Barn first.
Oh, right. I'm gonna dismiss the gas fire so it doesn't, catch the barn on fire or the house on fire.
You see on the gas as you dismiss the fire, glowing a pair of keys, or set of keys rather.
Oh, you probably don't want to touch those.
Fucking detect magic.
No, they've been sitting in fire and they're made of metal.
Oh no, wait, just a key.
It's the thing that died. Detect magic.
Well, I mean, yeah, there is that, but
Really not much magical going on. Although, since you're looking in that direction, make a knowledge nobility since you're looking at the
Don't have
cast.
that.
Okay then.
Can I make it with a 10?
You might be able to. Let me check.
or you could ask someone else.
Yeah, will, but I'm gonna fucking see what I know.
Yeah, I
first.
think you'd actually be able to make this if you got a 10.
Alright, let's see, what's my mod on this?
Hi, you're a wizard.
My int.
Whoa. Sorry, you're not a wizard anymore, but.
Plus 5.
Okay, with the bonus, you're actually able to make this. You've seen that insignia before. That's the Foxglove family crest on that key.
Cross's face is going to immediately foul as he crouches down and observes the key wrapping his hand, or grabbing one of his gloves, I'm assuming. Pulling it on, picking up the key.
The key is very, very warm. It's currently attached to the gas neck by a leather strap.
The key was hot enough to change colors, but
Just-
the leather
just
strap.
gonna fucking
stayed.
grab a bolt and chop it off. Grab a crossbow bolt and just cut it
Detect
off.
magic on that leather strap. Holy shit.
I already did.
I'm trolling. Leather's tough enough to survive a couple
They've had an order of non-detection.
6 seconds with fire.
Fuck. I think we just found our next clue.
Really?
Oh?
This ghast has a key with the Foxglove family crest on it.
Oh, Foxglove, huh? Wow. That's unexpected and a completely
check the
innocent
house.
coincidence, I'm sure.
JD,
What?
stop.
He's suspicious. I'm sorry.
Cross is going to slide the key into his pocket
No.
and then waves
JD,
it.
I meant stop rubbing it in.
I'm not trying to rub it in. I don't.
That's what you're doing.
I mean, maybe a little bit, but
You're absolutely rubbing it in, JD.
only because I called the hell out of that.
The unfortunate question we can't answer yet is we have a dead ghast at our feet. Is this the one that was doing the murders?
I suppose the only way we'll get an answer to that question is by following the breadcrumbs.
We have a solid clue, and this is our first real piece of evidence that points us in that direction. We can't exactly ignore it.
Yeah. Alright, again, we'll do the house. And did we already do the barn?
You did not do the barn yet.
No.
Okay.
We got distracted
Just
by
check.
the key on the gas. It made the house more
Okay.
interesting.
Okay.
Really did.
We'll do the house first then.
I suppose we'll formation up and head into the house.
I'm gonna just poke my head into the barn and see what's going on in there. Like if there are more like hiding out that are gonna jump out and be like, meh.
Okay. Inside the barn. The barn is filled with bones and partially eaten carcasses. In most cases, livestock, but in some cases, human farmers.
As opposed to not human farmers.
There could be dwarven farmers, you don't know.
Racist.
All I said was opposed to not human farmers. You guys were the ones who've heard racism.
Or things and humans in this world.
I'm a gnome. Don't you think I know that?
Yeah, you should have known that.
Yeah, but the party is, 2.5/4 human, so. Go us!
We outnumber you.
2.5/4?
I got to be JD and then 50% of Ileana.
Yeah. That might not be the appropriate math way to say it, but it makes sense.
If there's nothing moving inside the barn.
Nope.
Give that a more thorough look over after we check the house.
Alright, you go into the house. Well,
I'll start scanning detect magic from the door, just as a heads up.
well, as you go through the house, let me just take a look here.
Let's see.
Okay, so as you go through the house, you don't detect any magic, although you do see Farmer Hambley, or what's left of him, splayed out on the kitchen table.
Like, he was being served on the table?
We're having a guest over for dinner.
It doesn't look like they ate him, although the flies certainly seem to be having their fill. On his chest is something you recognize as the Sahedron rune carved in there. And
That's not the first of the victims that we found with this fucking crest on their chests.
And pinned to his tunic with a nail is a scrap of paper.
I'm going to step forward and take it and read it.
Let me show it to you.
Allowed, presumably, Cross?
To myself first.
Well, the parchment has Ileana's name on it. And this is what it says.
What is what it says?
You can't see it? I clicked the show to players. Come
It
on.
has only.
There it is.
There it goes.
There
Anthony's going to read it. Mutter a series of expletives under his breath. And then read it aloud.
Oh, that's disgusting.
To Ileana. Take the fever into you, my love. Jumpy, but the first of my gifts to you. Signed, your lordship.
So that's 2 now. I'm going to remove the other blood-stained scrap of parchment from my pocket, glance it over again,
Oh, the handwriting is the same.
Mind if I hang on to this one too?
Hmm?
That was
What?
a question to the group.
Oh.
I asked the group if I could hang on to this one too.
Anthony's going to grumble and hand it over.
Going to fold the two of them together. Stick them back in my pocket.
JD's gonna open his mouth as if he's going to say something for a moment. Being a smartass, take the newfound advice into consideration and step over and place a hand on Ileana's shoulder, and have a serious look on his face. I'm sorry, but we'll stop him, and he's gonna have to go through me to get to you.
Alright. First of all, I'm gonna shrug off the hand on my shoulder. Second of all, I'm gonna look at you. How many times do I need to tell all of you I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself? I appreciate the fact that you guys are all getting protective, but at the same time, stop treating me like I can't handle myself.
And besides, JD, you're not very good protection. If anybody's going to get run through to get to somebody else, it's going to be you.
Well, yes, but they have to make it to me first.
If these letters were addressed to any one of us, I would be treating the situation the same.
Also, I know
I-
you're capable of looking after yourself. That doesn't mean we can't, help.
Again, I
He
appreciate
likes you.
Shut up! He does flush.
The two guards are chuckling.
Cross is going to groan.
conversation for a later time.
And check Hamley to see if there was any other parchment on him or anything, any other notes.
There is not. Although there is the rest of the house if you guys would like to inspect that.
JD's gonna stalk off to go do that because shut up!
Oh, that takes me back.
If you guys want to
JD
finish looking around,
Ileana sitting in a tree.
What did you say?
ISS. What?
What did you say, Scott?
Sneaky, stop.
Hmm?
You
What?
guys
I'm just singing a song.
continue looking around in here. Feel free to do so. I'm gonna step outside for a moment.
You do not find anything.
I am going to approach the gas when I head outside, and I am going to proceed to using my dagger, my sword cane, my morning star, or my arrows, whatever combination of the above tools is necessary to remove several of this thing's teeth and pocket them.
Oh,
Cross was actually also about to step outside,
okay. Sure.
and I assume I walk out on you finishing your job.
Sure.
Whilst Ileana is performing her rookie dentistry,
Gotta start somewhere. Practice on cadavers.
JD, looking throughout the house, you find nothing.
Like, suspicious amounts of nothing? Or like, there's just nothing here to find?
Like it's a house. Like you don't see anything, but you're
Nothing particularly.
not really throwing anything into it.
So, like, it hasn't been ransacked, but there's nothing here to find either. Okay.
Well, you haven't found anything, at the very least.
I mean, there's no way JD knows he rolled low, so to speak. So he'll come outside when he's finished. Just let me know whenever that is.
All right, what's Cross doing?
He walks outside, asks Ileana, "You recognize him?" He gestured to the ghast.
I don't know. Do I recognize him, Jeff?
Knowledge local.
All right.
Ooh, I have that too. Can I roll it?
Thought it was nobility. Or was that just the
Mobility
key?
is for the key.
Ah,
Can I roll local too?
I might beat you to it.
Go for it.
You beat me in every single way.
Actually, no, you wouldn't know him. He's not from around here.
Nope. I don't.
With that
That's
roll,
one mystery that we're never gonna solve. Gives the ghast a kick.
With that roll, you do actually recognize the ghouls.
Oh.
Those ghouls are actually Craig Hambley's family.
Oh.
That's unfortunate.
Albeit not particularly surprising.
No.
Some of his family, anyway.
Hmm.
Rest are over on the other side of the field.
Right. Alright.
I'm going to go check up over the barn.
I'll come with.
And I'm going to make this easy as I stop at the front of the barn and then detect undead.
Thankfully, those bones are not undead. Nor are the livestock, nor the half a farmer.
Seems clear.
Alright, we're gonna poke around. Yeah.
You don't find anything in the barn. You also do not find anything in the barn.
Other than the obvious corpses and meals.
Actually, that's not true. You find things in the barn, just things you didn't necessarily want to find.
Right.
Looks like that's everything here. Let's get the last of his family back to town before they turn. By the looks of them, I doubt they had much longer.
Those two are actually not of his family.
Oh.
Those two are... Where is it? Come on.
He said, get the survivors back.
Anyway. Those two are Horan and Letty Guffman.
And who are Horan and Letty Guffman?
Knowledge local. They're farmers.
None of consequence.
well, JD will come out of the house and see the group milling about. I couldn't really find anything, but if somebody wants to put a second pair of eyes on it, I might have missed something. Did you guys take a look at the barn yet?
Yeah.
There's nothing of note in there except bodies. No more undead. We should get the Guffmans back to town as soon as possible.
Agreed.
I don't know how much longer they have left, but I can't imagine it's too long.
Well, get them back and take a rest, and we've got a lead for the morning.
Out of character. Jeff,
Yep.
how long a trip is it from Sandpoint to Foxglove Manor?
Well,
I think it's a couple miles.
well, Foxglove Manor is about 3 miles in that direction from here.
3 miles in what direction, Jeff?
That-ish.
Yeah.
Ish. Okay.
Let's see.
And 3 miles takes us
A couple of hours. At
land.
20 feet. More than a couple hours. At 20 feet, you can cover like 4 miles per day, I think.
Oh, can't Zamifi move at 30?
If
Yep.
I take my clothes off.
We can get
Specifically your armor.
We can get there
Well-
in an hour.
Oh,
It's 1 hour overland, gives us 3 miles at 30 feet. And if
at
it's,
30
and
feet,
it's
so that's assuming.
at 20 miles, it's 2 hours. Or at 20,
2 hours.
sorry, at 20 feet, it's 2 miles in an hour, so an hour and a half.
Alright.
So presuming Zamifi just takes her armor off for the majority of the trip.
Probably a bad idea.
I was thinking if it takes longer, then we can, after we drop everybody off, we can start making our way there today, rest on the way, and then get there tomorrow morning. But if it's only a 2-hour-ish trip, then yeah, it would be a smarter idea to rest in town and then head out tomorrow morning.
In fact, if you went back to town, you could easily just take the Lost Coast Road down that way and get there much quicker.
There's a road that goes there. That's not a bad idea.
The Lost Coast Road does pass by. The mansion itself is still like 10 minutes off the road, but yeah.
Yeah. The farmlands are a bit out of the way.
Okay.
It's easy.
So yeah, we should definitely go back to Sandpoint, rest, and then head out tomorrow morning. I think that we should probably leave a bit on the earlier side.
And I presume we're discussing all of this as we walk to Sandpoint with the two, soon to be undead.
Do I know anything about Foxglove Manor?
Let's see.
I don't think I've rolled knowledge is at it.
Let's see. Make a knowledge local check about Foxglove Manor.
Okay. Not bad.
Let's see what you can. Oh, hey, you know quite a bit about Foxglove Manor, actually. And yeah, wow, you passed the 25 DC. You are quite knowledgeable. Okay.
Perhaps it can be assumed I've done some reading up to this point. A little bit of around town research.
Yeah, you're a bit of a bookworm. You are now friends and in a quasi-adventuring party with a couple of librarians, teachers, historians.
Yeah. We're basically the fucking Ghostbusters, but like 30 years older.
Yep.
There's no black guy. Assuming.
Nope. Let's see. I'll just read them out to you in sequence.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Foxglove Manor is over 80 years old and has been the seat of the Foxglove family for some time. Some sort of tragedy struck the family a few decades ago, and no one's lived there since. Common rumor holds that the place is haunted. Foxglove Manors is known as the Misgivings by some locals, particularly by Varisians. It certainly has a bad reputation, citing some strange lights in the attic windows, muffled sounds of screaming from above and below, and even rumors of a huge bat-winged devil living in the caves below the manor are but a few of the tales told about the place.
Jesus.
The Foxglove family lived there as recently as 2 decades ago, but then a fire burned down the servants' building. Sir Raleigh Foxglove was found dead, burnt and dashed on the rocks below the cliffs behind the house, and Traver Foxglove was found in his bedroom, dead by his own hand. The children, including young Aldern Foxglove, were sent away to be raised in Corvosa by distant relations.
Shit.
Okay. Oh, you would know that fellow over there. Aldern Foxglove recently returned to live in the manor, but he had a hell of a time hiring locals to aid him in the reconstruction and repair of the old building. Until Aldern moved back in, the place was cared for by a man named Rogers Crasby, a retired innkeeper who lost an ear in a bar fight many years ago. Your gaze turns to the one-eared Gast over there,
Oh, fuck.
who came in 3 days a week from Sandpoint to air the place out, check for squatters, make minor repairs. And you got
Well...
you got 27?
Yeah.
Okay, there's one more. Foxglove Manor was built decades ago by Vorel Foxglove, a merchant prince from Magnamar. He and his family lived there for 20 years before the entire family perished from disease. The surviving Foxgloves of Magnamar shunned the place for 40 years until Traver Foxglove moved back in. And that's what you got.
Some kind of disease gripped that place a long time ago, and then it was abandoned, and Foxgloves and Agent and Aldern's parents moved back in. And his family fell to a fire of suicide. He moved away and then returned, while the manor was being taken care of by a man who is now aghast.
Suffice it to say, you're noticing certain patterns in the life of the Foxgloves.
Yeah. Hey, Anthony. That thing you were doing, the testing the scarecrows. Show me how to do that.
Well, we'll see if you can pick it up, sure.
No, just he's gonna point to one of the gas bodies. Just hit it with it. He's pulled out his spell book and his quill.
Disrupt undead.
You casting Disrupt Undead?
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. You're just basically cutting a dead body with a laser at this point.
JD scribbles a couple of notes and makes some sketches. Titles the
Did
page.
you say he writes pew pew lasers?
No, he titles the page Disrupt Undead. In his own personal style of arcane writing, which is to say bullshit gibberish to everyone else. And
Sweet for pumpkin pie.
puts everything away. Kind of flips the page a little bit to let the ink dry before closing the book. All right, thanks. I think I should be able to get that in a little bit. Guys, guess what's about I'm learning tomorrow?
Yeah.
It's a really good spell to have.
Sorcerers.
Well, I mean, I can't do it now, but I think I've got to hang on it. You left me some good notes, thank you.
Okay, so
I guess we'll make our trek back.
Okay, so 13 plus
As
6.
Anthony contemplates the information that he's recalling about Foxglove Manor. Jeff, any way you could copy pasta that to me?
Just a second. I'm just tallying up all this experience for you.
I was about to say, is it terribly inconvenient to ask that we have a, yeah, assuming we keep going, we have a 10-minute break to level up before we go to Foxglove?
Yeah.
Because I imagine we'll probably need higher resources at
We
that
should probably
area.
rest. Definitely take a sleep.
I mean, we should definitely take a sleep, but that's what I'm saying. If we don't level up now, when we sleep, it'll be 3 sessions before we do.
I mean, I know I guaranteed have enough experience to level up.
I would
You
argue
get
we
8,200
all do.
experience from this fight.
Jesus.
Not each.
That's
That's
2,000.
each.
I'm
That's
aware
2,050 each.
Still, Jesus.
Why
You
did,
fought
I
19
divided by
ghouls and a
3.
ghast.
That's why.
Fucking 2,050 each. Holy fuck tits.
2050. Wow. Yeah, no, that's fantastic.
Yeah, that levels me up.
That's a
So
fucking
all
lot.
in
That's a
favor of
fucking lot of XP.
my mercy being removed disease. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I am okay with that. Let's make that happen.
Yeah, no,
But that,
I think we can work with that.
All right.
2050 each.
experience. Level up. One more Arcanist level. Just under 6,000 away from level 7.
All right. So,
Yeah, what is level 7 XP total? If someone knows off the
Level
top of
7
their head.
is 23,000.
Wait, is
23,000.
Elian level with this level? Sure.
With the fast XP track.
Yes.
Okay.
Is it next level?
Right, we're doing fast.
HP. Oh, damn.
So presume I will pause the recording here so that we can go through a
7th level.
In
quick
half,
level up
but goddamn, I
and
won't take max.
bathroom breaks and whatnot.
Out of all
So
the D6s.
We're still waiting for the others to return.
who are we? I thought Rowan was back already. Oh well, I'm recording anyways. They can sit through a couple of minutes. So.
I'm back.
Oh, see?
Okay. Inby disappeared though.
Ah. Go figure. I'm just gonna go ahead and update my token. Gained a total of 4 HP this level. That is just depressing.
I have time to get in Street Fighter 5.
no, you don't actually. We're don't think you do, Rowan.
No one's trying to slink off to play Street Fighter.
He's going to be.
I tell you what, you said you're good to go until 2.
At least 2. I could theoretically go longer. I have class at 9:30.
Oh, what the
So-
shit!
What's up? You okay, Jack?
I need to redo one of these maps because apparently there's a big old white pointer finger in the middle of one of them for some reason.
Oops.
Sounds like a yes to Street Fighter 5.
Fucking shit. How that happened is my question.
I'm not going to be able to cast a fireball today.
You know what? Screw it. There's just a hand in the basement. Fuck it.
That's gonna be amusing. We might not even get there. You might have time to fix it. Why is... What the fuck?
What?
What?
Here to
Someone
Los
try calling Impy because apparently she just tried calling us, even though we were in a conversation. That was weird.
I'm adding her.
Skype couldn't be more broken.
She is not actually on.
I genuinely don't think Skype could literally be more broken than it is.
You know what? We will, provided Impy can get back in a timely manner, we will do the... I don't even know.
We'll do what we can do.
Well, we had to get back to town and then get to the church.
Well, since we're beginning to suffer technical issues, this might actually be a good place to stop. She's sending us Skype messages.
Really? Because I don't see them.
She asked hello, and I told her that I was trying to re-add her, but it's not working, and she said, it says that there isn't a call on mine.
I can verify with video evidence. Huh. Well,
Yeah,
due to
this
technical
might-
difficulties, I imagine
This
the rest
might
of our
actually
game.
be a good time to stop after all. If Skype's going to be frustrating with us.
Yep.
Okay, screw it. I will fix this map, and we will do this next week.
Alright.
Alright.
Alright. Good night, single interested viewer, and anyone else. You know, thanks for watching.
Any uninterested viewers?
For any uninterested viewers, yeah. For any uninterested viewers, you wasted your time.
I mean, but we didn't waste ours, and that's what really matters. So, good night, or morning, or afternoon, or whatever.
Skype is legitimately frozen.